Pecos, Texas. 3 hot-as-fuck long-ass days into his 2-week stint in the oil field, and Shane was already saddled with the worst part of his job as a derrick hand. Confined on the rooster board and laying pipe and changing bits sucked, but was a fuckload better than casualty collecting in the Iraqi desert. Instead of eating MREs on the daily, for 2 weeks of every month, he lived and worked hundreds of miles from his home, which was a lot better than living in a war-ravaged shithole across the sea. But 2 weeks out of the month, he was without Amy. A man shouldn't have to be away from his woman so damn much. He scrubbed his filthy hands on an even filthier rag before answering his phone.
There's a rat. There's no head. I can't find the head. I don't know what to do. There's a rat.
Sweetheart, hold up a sec.
Sherry said it was back. It's not gone. The thing with the nightmares. I told you there was something.
He listened to Amy's frantic voice as she wailed on about her search for a rodent's head.
The rat is dead, and I don't know what to do. I can't find its head. You know what happens if you don't find its head? If it's not buried whole. You know what happens. I told you what happened.
Did you look under the porch? Despite not giving a shit pie about the rat's head, his stomach knotted from hearing how stressed Amy's silly superstitions had made her. Tall and lanky Birch, his closest bud and co-worker, waltzed into the rec room. What about in Alamo's doghouse?
I look there too. I look everywhere.
Maybe you could give the rat a burial without its head.
You know I can't do that.
Birch circled his finger at the side of his head while mouthing, "Loco." Shane flipped him off and turned his back toward Birch. "Call Carmen. I don't want you being alone tonight."
Maybe after I find the rat head. Elmo's barking. I gotta go. I'll call you later. I love you.
Me too. Bye. He began shuffling a deck of Iraqi Most Wanted playing cards. He caught a glimpse of Amir Rashid Muhammad's fucking smirk and big goddamn nose. Blood, bullets, and bombs. Air raid sirens. Wipe them all off the fucking planet and let God sort it all out. You say anything about Amy or that phone call, and I'll put my boot up your sparkly clean ass. In his unstained jeans and shirt, Birch gawked, mouth agape, before grinning and grabbing a broom from the corner. He held the black broom extended, then swiped it through the air like some goofy Jedi janitor.
Rise of the Mages 3 is going to own the box office this weekend, and we're stuck in BFE.
I think I'll manage. Kevin stumbled into the room, blue solo cup in hand. His clumsy swagger and bloodshot eyes suggested he'd either just finished a 24-hour shift or was infected with the latest zombie virus. Shane shuffled the cards while watching Kevin take a seat at the table behind them. Tough shift? Ali Hassan Al-Majid, King of Spades, one of the dead motherfuckers.
Had to write an operations manual for the new submersible pumping system. The sections code under the federal...
Look, Jamie boy, Shane said, taunting Birch with his real name, a name Birch had loathed since kindergarten. Next time I ask how your day went, just say fine, and forgo all the technobabble bullshit.
The Army turned you into an ass.
No, it didn't. Ace of Spades, Camp Justice. God bless America.
You're right. You were always an ass.
It had been a year since Shane's dishonorable discharge, but it wasn't Uncle Sam that turned him into the asshole everyone had said he was. He wasn't afflicted with PTSD.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no! 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 God, no! 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 God, no! No!
He loved being a soldier. Gun in hand, boots laced tight, order and protocols, those were all the things befitting him. You in or out? Certainly. Considering my winning streak last night, I think Lady Luck has a crush on me. Hope she does you better than that diva you call a wife. At least Bridget is sane. Shane glanced over his shoulder. Kevin sipped his drink, giving Shane a half smile and nod. Shane turned back to Birch. Don't call Amy crazy. She's the only chick I know that organizes her cabinets according to the alignment of the stars, or invokes orgasms by the placement of her shoes under the bed. She's cute. Looking for a rat's head at sunset is cute? Birch's face contorted into an exaggerated frown. It's a little bit loco, Chief. Kevin let out a huff. He stumbled from his table and took a seat on the other side of Shane.
Wait until the little woman climbs up your ass about leaving the twist tie off the bread. Of course, that pales in comparison to when your dog takes a shit on the new carpet. And the fireworks don't really crack until she kicks you out of bed for coming home smelling like cigarettes and beer, asking the name of the whore you've been fucking. Then you'll know you're officially in the ninth circle of hell and married to the devil's own succubus.
Nah, Baker here is in love. Puppy dogs and sunshine. Shane ignored Birch, instead glancing at Kevin. How's Rachel and the baby? She must be ready to pop. What is she, 9.5 months along? Kevin leaned forward. Fuck you, Baker. Jesus, Kev, are you drinking? We can all get fired. At least put it into a coffee mug, you dumb fuck. Shane reached for the plastic cup, but Kevin dumped it on Shane's head and pitched it to the floor.
Prove it, asshole.
Gripping the rim of the table, willing himself to stay seated, Shane counted from 10. 9. 8. Birch whispered in his left ear. Don't overreact, man. Kevin whispered in his right ear.
Tell your flamin' bum-chum lover to fuck off.
7. I know Plan A's looking mighty fine, but last time Plan A landed us naked in a Mexican jail. 6. Plan A was Shane's simple go-to plan in a tight spot that involved little more than beating a man to a bloody pulp. With a demon in one ear and an angel in the other, Shane felt his blood pressure rise, his face get hot, and his hands shake. One more write-up for fighting on the rig, and he'd surely get fired. 5. Kevin was hardly a saint, but this behavior seemed over the top, even for him. Must be the alcohol flapping his gums. Think of Amy. He's not worth it. Walk away.
Yeah. Think of Amy and how she might be served better by a real man.
4. He's just rattling your chain. Don't let him bait you.
I'm just rattling your fucking chain. Tell that country slut that when she's done sucking on your southern fried dick, we're to come and find a real cowboy, and not some white trash redneck.
3. 2. Fuck it. Birch darted between Kevin and Shane, and held his palms up to Shane while keeping at arm's length. I got an idea. A good old Plan H. Fuck your plan, H. Shane shoved Birch to the floor before he grabbed Kevin. From behind, Shane locked his arm around Kevin's neck while Kevin's feet scrambled for traction on the floor. He thrust his fist into Kevin's chest. You stupid son of a bitch. You swore you'd quit drinking when Rachel got pregnant. You're gonna end up in jail, jobless, and fuck up your wife's life and your unborn kids. Birch clapped Shane on the shoulder. Let him go. You don't need any more trouble. Shane shoved Kevin against the wall. I'm going with plan A. Is an ass kicking your solution to every problem? Damn straight. He shook Kevin, but Kevin jerked away and lost his balance, tumbling into the coffee table. The glass pot crashed to the floor, and its black contents pooled at their feet. Kevin never threw a punch. Shane gripped the collar of Kevin's shirt and heaved him against the wall. What the fuck are you thinking? This is bullshit.
Just kick my ass.
Kevin's blank stare rolled to the black puddle on the floor. Shane loosened his grip. Something didn't sit right about all this. No man in a right state of mind ever asked for his ass to be kicked. Not even a drunk one. Did something happen? Is Rachel and the baby all right? Tears welled in Kevin's eyes. He slumped to the floor and sat in the cold black puddle of old coffee, like a gut-shot buck felled in its own entrails.
6 years we tried. 6 fucking years. And it happened. God willing, it happened.
Hugging his knees, he buried his face between his legs. Shane watched a grown man weep.
They said he wouldn't make it. God blessed us with a child, and now he's taken him from us.
Shane's fists unclenched. He knelt in front of Kevin and placed a firm hand on his shoulder. Kevin's tear-stained face lifted, and a ghastly, deadpan gaze caught Shane.
My son's gonna die.